Hex is another digital currency that vows to alter the manner in which we ponder cash. Dissimilar to customary government-issued types of money constrained by national banks, Hex is decentralized, implying that it isn't dependent upon the impulses of legislatures or monetary foundations. All things considered, Hex is overseen by an organization of PCs that anybody can join. This makes Hex stronger to control and expansion and gives clients more command over their funds. Also, Hex is intended to be more easy to use than other digital forms of money, with a simple-to-utilize point of interaction and straightforward exchanges. Thus, Hex can possibly turn into the following huge thing in the crypto world. Hex outline. Hex is another cryptographic money that is promoted as the first blockchain authentication of store. The thought behind Hex is that it will give a method for peopling to procure interest on their digital currency property. To do this, Hex will utilize the verification of stake framework. One of the principal selling points of Hex is that it vows to be significantly more productive than customary financial balances. For instance, Hex cases that clients will actually want to procure up to 10% interest on their possession. Besides, Hex not entirely set in stone to offer low charges and quick exchange times. Hence, Hex could turn into a considerably more alluring choice for those hoping to put resources into cryptographic money. To wrap things up, Hex has a reference program that permits clients to procure extra pay by eluding others to the stage. What's really going on with Hex? Sent off in December 2019 by Richard Hart, Hex is a crypto project that expects to make a more proficient and straightforward digital currency. The task depends on blockchain innovation, which empowers secure, sealed exchanges. Hex likewise looks to refine existing digital forms of money by executing various new elements, like moment exchanges and an easy-to-use interface. Moreover, Hex offers its clients different prizes and impetuses for holding and utilizing the cash. The group behind Hex accepts that their undertaking can possibly upset the digital money industry. Hex is an ERC20 token. It runs on the Ethereum blockchain. Hex stores are locked for a set time frame, during which they build interest. At the point when the term of the store lapses, the assets, including the interest, can be removed. Hex is intended to offer a preferred profit from venture over customary financial items, and it has been supported by some high-profile figures in the digital money local area. In any case, Hex is as yet a moderately new task, and it is not yet clear whether following through on its promises will be capable. One eminent element of Hex is its outline of future locked supply. This graph shows how the stock of Hex will diminish over the long run as additional tokens are secured in the Hex framework. This assists with guaranteeing that Hex will hold its worth and that financial backers will actually want to benefit from its appreciation. What was the most reduced cost for Hex? Hex arrived at its base value worth of $0 January 2020. What was the most exorbitant cost for Hex? Hex hit its unsurpassed most extreme cost of 51 cents on September 19, 2021. Is Hex a decent crypto to purchase? Is Hex a wise venture? With regards to speculations, there are different choices to browse. Certain individuals like to put resources into stocks or common assets, while others settle on additional theoretical ventures like digital money. Hex is another digital currency that has been definitely standing out enough to be noticed of late. Certain individuals accept that it can possibly turn into the following Bitcoin, while others have serious misgivings about its drawn-out possibilities. Things being what they are, is Hex a wise venture? The truth will surface eventually, be that as it may. There are interesting points prior to putting resources into any digital currency. Second, since crypto resources are not directed by any focal power, there is a higher gamble of misrepresentation or robbery. At long last, as most digital forms of money have no inborn worth, their costs depend entirely on hypothesis. In view of these dangers, financial backers ought to painstakingly gauge the advantages and disadvantages of putting resources into Hex prior to going with any choices. Will HEXCOIN Hex reach $1? At this point, the cost of Hex is still somewhat low, and there is hypothesis that it could reach $1 soon. There are a few factors that could add to this cost increment. To begin with, Hex is upheld by a group of experienced designers who have a history of effective ventures. Second, the Hex crypto has a restricted inventory, which could prompt rising interest as additional individuals find out about the money. At last, Hex tokens definitely stand out enough to be noticed from a few gigantic crypto stages. Hex was recorded on pulsex in November 2021 and was added to the Coinbase wallet in December of that very year. This expanding openness could bring about additional individuals purchasing and holding the Hex crypto, driving up the cost. On the off chance that its cost can keep on moving vertically, there is a decent opportunity that Hex will come to the $1 mark inside the following little while. How might I bring in cash from Hex? You can bring in cash by marking Hex. Assuming you stake Hex in pools and the staker's pool gets compensated rewards, you get compensated portions of the staker's pool. Your pay relies upon the quantity of tokens you stake. This is the thing the Hex Group expressed about remuneration sizes. The prizes are paid from a 3.69% yearly expansion in view of all Hex in presence. If 100% of Hex were marked, everybody would share the 3.69% yield. At present, just around 10% are marked. The normal payout to stakers from expansion is 36.9%. If by some stroke of good luck 1% of all Hex were marked, stakes would average 369% APY. On top of that, stakers procure early and late-end stake punishments. No one knows the number of Hex will be marked from now on. Right now it's around 10% and the APY for stakers midpoint's 38%. You can likewise have numerous stakes, or, as Hex calls it, a marking stepping stool. Hex Value Forecast 2022. As per the specialized examination of Hex costs expected in 2022, the base expense of Hex will be 3 cents. The greatest level that the Hex cost can reach is 3 cents. The typical exchanging cost is normal around 3 cents. Hex Value Conjecture for November 2022. In light of the value changes of Hex toward the start of 2022, crypto specialists expect the typical Hex pace of 3 cents in November 2022. Its base and greatest costs can be anticipated at 2 cents and at 3 cents. Separately, December 2022, Hex Value Estimate. Cryptographic money specialists are prepared to report their figure at the Hex cost in December 2022. The base exchanging cost may be 3 cents, while the greatest could reach 3 cents during this month. By and large, it is normal that the worth of Hex may be around 3 cents. Hex Value Forecast 2023. After the examination of the costs of Hex in earlier years, it is expected that in 2023, the base cost of Hex will be around 4 cents. The greatest expected Hex cost might be around 5 cents. By and large, the exchanging cost may be 4 cents in 2023. Hex Value Expectation 2024. In light of the specialized examination by digital currency specialists in regards to the costs of Hex, in 2024, Hex is supposed to have the accompanying least and most extreme costs, about 6 cents and 8 cents, separately. The typical expected exchanging cost is 7 cents. Hex Value Forecast 2025. The specialists in the field of cryptographic money have examined the costs of Hex and their variances during the earlier years. It is expected that in 2025, the base Hex cost could drop to 9 cents, while its greatest can reach 11 cents. Overall, the exchanging cost will be around 10 cents. Hex Value Forecast 2026. In view of the examination of the expenses of Hex by crypto specialists, the accompanying greatest and least Hex costs are normal in 2026, 17 cents and 14 cents. All things considered, it will be exchanged at 14 cents. Hex Value Forecast 2027. Crypto specialists are continually examining the changes of Hex. In view of their expectations, the assessed typical Hex cost will be around 21 cents. It could drop to at least 20 cents, however it actually could reach 25 cents all through 2027. Hex Value Forecast 2028. Consistently, cryptographic money specialists get ready conjectures at the cost of Hex. It is assessed that Hex will